Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is HackDay Albania. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want to. I will take this machine to showcase how to use Python to bypass login or bypass authentication. This would be more efficient than manual way. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can head over to Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. We can use the net discover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 254. And also we can note down such information to our notebook. So next, we need to do the port scanning and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already done that earlier. So for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the virtual scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the version information, open SSH 7.2. As we know, this version is not so updated. However, I don't think we can find any workable vulnerability. Also, you can use the search exploit to check. Okay, although there's some exploits there, but none of them can match the current version, except the user enumeration vulnerability, which is not what we want. So next, let's open up the map scanning result again. And the second port number is 8008, which is running HTTP, and also the version information, Apache 2. And also by its default script scanning, we can tell that the target has robots file, which contains 26 disallowed entries. So I think I'd like to take the same way. If you have already followed my channel, maybe just yesterday, I used the Python to enumerate robots file, which has many entries, okay? Because this will save us great efforts and time, okay? So now, but before we do that, I'd like to do some menu enumeration. Let's fire up the browser, and we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser, and enable, I forgot to specify the port number. This is my bad. Now let's press enter, and we got the site back. And it looks like this is not English. Don't worry, we can copy, and we can go to the Google to translate. So if it's me, I know where to go, but I don't know. So now we can check its source code. Okay. Maybe this is not English either, but not here. Okay. So, and okay, I think it's enough. Next, we can access robots file. Just we knew from the map scanning, this target has robots file which contains many entries. So we need to automate this process rather than manually walk through all entries one by one. We can copy, paste over here, and yeah, I think we have already retrieved the robots file. We can, of course, we need to do some processing, and we need to, cut. We want to extract or return the second column, okay? And let's press enter. Okay, so now the directories dictionary has been created from the robots file. Of course, we can use the GoBuster or DearBuster, something like that, to look for the active directories. But I'd like to take the Python. Okay, first of all, we need to activate the virtual environment of Python. And now we can launch the Python, and we need to import request module. And we can open the file there's text and with read only mode. Okay, and for line in read lines. Okay, and so the URL should be target IP address, port number, and line. Of course, we need to strip or remove spaces in front of the word and also after the word. Okay, and next we can print out something like accessing and something like URL. Okay, and the response is equal to requests get method URL. And next we can print out the status code. Okay, and response status code. And next we can print out the if status code, response status code is equal to 100. And then we can print out response text. And next we can print some separator between request. Okay, so we can print out like this one, and it's done. As you can see, all entries of a robot file can be retrieved at one time. This would be much more effective than manual way. Okay, so let's scroll up. We need to check each request and response. And so the first one, although the status code is 200, but just background, and similarly background, nothing special here about this one. So I think most of entries are not effective or active. Okay, let's continue scrolling up. Sorry, not up, down. Okay. So how about this one? No. Maybe I have already missed out some different response. Just set. So the background. We must be very careful when we do pen testing. I think I find this one. So the the response is if the any this one in there. So maybe we can copy this URL, and so the port SSH port HTTP enumeration. The first major discovery is this URL, which returns the active or effective response. And also we can know that there is directory we can copy and paste over there. So I think next, what are we going to do next? We need to access its subdirectory Vuln bank. So we can copy and paste into the address bar, but we also need to copy this subdirectory. Press enter. As you can see, we got this page back, client, and this is a very secure bank. And before we try to log in or try to bypass the login, we need to check its source code. But nothing here. And so I think next we need to try to bypass the login or try to bypass authentication. Before I do that, I'd like to do some more enumeration. For example, we can launch the Nicto to do the automatic enumeration. For me, but a lot of rubbish response. So how about the GoBuster? And for the number, word list, the buster directory, extension option. Press enter, and we need to see whether we can find anything else. Robots file, JavaScript, but I don't think we can find. In most cases, we do not need to care about the JavaScript, but if you have enough time, you can, you need to access and walk through such a directory, even every directory, okay? But to save time of this video, I'm not going to do that here. So I think now our focus should be bypassing the authentication. So how to do? For example, we can try to use admin and password. We can try to use admin and also admin as password to log in, but invalid credentials. So let's retry to log in. We can use some sort of the login bypass technique. And password login. However, we got the warning. Although besides the invalid credentials, we also got, above this invalid credentials message, we got the error or warning. The MySQL fetch association expects parameter 1 to be MySQL result. So I think from this warning message, we can tell that the target is vulnerable to SQL injection vulnerability, right? So next, how to do? We can use different payloads to bypass authentication. And I've already opened up this GitHub, and this page or this link contains some major payloads when you try to bypass authentication. And I've already made a copy and created the payloads file locally on the Linux payloads. So next, I think, because of course you can manually, use each line as a password, not a password. Use each line, what you see here, as payload, and then to try to find the correct one or working payload. But because there's so many payloads or so many lines, so I think it's very clear that we should launch Python, or we should use Python to automate this process. Okay, so how to do? And I've already opened, not yet. We can use the PyCharm editor. You can use any editor what you are comfortable with, but PyCharm is very good, give us a lot of hint or helps. Okay, and as you can see over here, we need to import some modules. The first one, or the major module, would be request module. This module can help us to send or submit request to the target, and also can get the response from the target. Okay, and the second module I'd like to import is time. I need to introduce a delay between different requests. If you send too many requests, the web application will be dead. Okay, I do not want that to happen, right? And the next module, I can import a sys module. Sys module in many cases can help us to handle arguments, but also can control the flow of the program. If necessary, we can exit the program. And next, how to do? Let me show you a very good way, or also very effective way to save our time very much. Okay, and how to do? We can go to the inspect, and we can navigate to network tab, and we can put anything like the admin, password, and login, and then you can get the post, and you can right click and copy value as Q, and then you can go to this website, and this website can convert Q command to Python just by one button. Okay, we can paste it here, and as you can see, the Python code has been created. We just copy it to clipboard, and then we can paste in here. Of course, I think we do not need to make duplicate importing, and I don't think cookie is necessary for our request. So we can remove the cookie and the headers. So of course, next we can open the payloads with read-only mode. Okay, and we can for line in read lines. Okay, and then we can print something like we can try to try or attempt to use payload. Okay, and then we can strip, and then how to do? Maybe we can indent the following code. Okay, and so how to do? The username, we can use formatted string. We can use the F and the line. Okay, so the password, and I think that's it. Of course, sometimes the SQL injection vulnerability lies in different fields, maybe username field, but in other cases, in the password field. Okay, so if you want to be comprehensive program, we need to test both fields. But to save time of this video, I just test the payload on this field, username. Okay, so and we can send requests, to the target. And then, of course, if we, if a response has this string, it means that the payload is not working. So if in a response text or not in, it means that we have already found a working payload to bypass authentication. Okay, and next also we can print out the payload itself. And I don't think we need to continue. We just exit from the program, and we can print out some, some useless line like this one. And next we can print, we can time slip. So why PyCharm gives us the error if we try? So what's the problem? Is unreachable. Oh, sorry. I think we need to move this line to be here. Okay, so I think that's it. Not difficult to code, right? So now I need to make more checks. And maybe we can remove the blank line. All right, so now we can save, and then we can open new tab, make it bigger, and then we can run, source, and then we can run the login bypass. Let's press enter, attempt to use the payload until we can find the correct one. Oh, fantastic. The script has already found working payload. Yeah, this one. So I think now if we go back to login, and we can copy this payload. Copy and paste in here. Also, we do not need to have this one. The pass login. As you can see, we successfully log in to this application. Very secure bank. And even we can upload file. So I think the objective here for us is straightforward. We need to upload some sort of a web shell, right? So how to do? We can copy from my two sets. Maybe I've already done that before. Yeah, shell. So this is reverse shell, reverse PHP shell, which you can get it from the Pentest Monkey website. After you download such a file, you need to do some modification. You need to change the IP address to meet your own lab. And also, if you want, if you wish, you also can change port number. For me, I always change this to 555. Okay, so now we go back and to problem, anything, and description, browse, and we can navigate to our working directory. So the HackDay, and select submit. However, we got the error. Only images, files to upload. You know, it means that there's some sort of control in place on the web application or on the target. And we need to bypass such control. There will be different ways. For example, we can change the extension, and also, for example, we can change the MIME. MIME. You can, combine, or you can use Burp Suite, and the Burp Suite can intercept the request, and then you can change the MIME, and to make the type of MIME to be image. And also we can try to, magic number to cheat the application, to cheat the web application as the image file, okay? And of course, there will be other ways, but I think these are three major ways. For example, I'd like to take the first way to test. For example, we can copy the shell to the GPG. And the next we can go back and put something, browse, and submit. And go to, as you can see, the ticket has been created successfully. Now we can go to the main page. And this one. So I think now we can click, right? You can ignore all of others. Sorry about this. I need to clear the history data. So next we need to set up the listener on the Linux to wait for collection from the target. We can view the ticket, and then as you can see, we successfully got the collection, and this collection is reverse collection triggered from the target, and we can spawn a beta shell by Python. Python 3 is there. Python 3 import pty spawn. And the next we can, of course, also we can export the term variable. So then we can clear the screen when necessary to get a bigger space on the screen. Okay. Xterm. Next, we need to do some local enumeration. For example, go to the home directory and go to the Taviso, clear, but nothing here. Go to OPT directory, nothing here. How about the var? Go to backups, but nothing here. Go to the www directory. Go to HTML directory. Oh, there's so many subdirectories. So maybe it would be much wiser to upload NimPair shell script to do the automatic enumeration. Okay, and we can navigate to temp directory, and we can upload this NimPair shell script. In order to upload this file, we need to set up the web server on the Linux. And let's go back to this shell. NimPairs. And we need to make it executable. And then we can run it. Okay? When you try to elevate privilege or make a privilege escalation or make lateral movement, in most cases, we need to rely on the power of such script, NimPair shell script, because it can automatically enumerate the target machine with a very effective way from different aspects. It's down, and let's scroll up, and we need to look for something suspicious or look for vectors which can help us to elevate our privilege. Okay, I think we have already found this one. This one is interesting writable files owned by me or writable by everyone. So next we can check its permission, password. As you can see, the other user, because of a misconfiguration of this machine, other users, www data falls into the category of other users, has right permission. So I think privilege escalation would be very, very easy. Let me show you how to do. We can get out the password file, and we can copy the first line and paste over here. We need to create a new user, and the username, for example, we can use any username like JSON, but also we need to create the password for this user to replace this X character. Okay, so how to do? We can open new tab, and we can use sudo, and we can use password, and the 6 means the SHA 512, and the sort is JSON. You can use any sort, use any string as a sort, and the password is 123456. Let's press enter, and as you can see, the encrypted password has been created. Now we can replace this X, and then we can copy this line, and then we can echo append. Very important. We should append rather than overwrite the original password file. Okay, no error. Now we can try to switch our user to JSON. This is a new user, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It works. Now we have become the root user, and then we can get the flag without any problem. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.